I forgot Anjave can control that.
Here's the story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your girl, Shamika. She back. Shamika Chronicles presents another T3iP Bunch. Okay, so Instagram didn't hear none of what I just did, but you did Facebook, you did YouTube.
Yes,
Go ahead, Quami, hit your button. Hit your button.
Okay, let me hit my button.
What's up, Instagram Smiley? Okay, there y'all are. There y'all are. What's up, Z Nation? What's up? I don't know how to say that word. Tenbona. I don't know. What's up? You know who you are. All right, let me go let the Facebook people in.
Yes.
You know what? I really love this remix.
This is a remix for you.
Okay, I found me on Facebook. I'm about to let the Facebook people in.
Yes.
Oh, Unique, I see you here on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got T3iP.
What's up? We're talking with Shamika Cotton on Instagram. Welcome, welcome. Right, you should be live on.
All right, let's see. Do I see you? Did you join the live yet? Are you here? Andre, give me some words to pin. Kwame, come on to this Instagram live.
Okay. Okay, coming.
What's up, Sue? It's always so good to see you. And I got a little lipstick on my teeth. You can feel it when you have lipstick on your teeth. I felt it.
Alright, just give me a
minute.
You
see the comments coming in? Is that what's happening? We got the comments coming in over here on youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles. And this is also a collab broadcast with Trans Machine. Did I say that right?
You did. You did. We're
going to tell the people's all about it. We're going to tell the people's all about it. Just pinned it, 1010 Talent. Right. Yeah. I don't have my earbuds connected yet.
Yeah.
I think that was my computer's situation. Let me know if it goes away in a sec.
Okay.
Kwame, so don't go live because it says that you started a live. You have to join my live and then I invite you onto the live.
Okay. For a Trans Machine?
On your Instagram. So go to Instagram and then you'll see that
I'm
live.
Instagram. I think I just crashed Instagram.
It's so crashable. It's
okay.
So crashable.
It just went black, but we all right on here on StreamYard though.
Yes. Instagram. Always on another program.
On another tip. Yes. So if I can't though, but we're here and it's gonna take me a minute, you know. But I'm ready. I'm ready here on StreamYard, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ready here on StreamYard.
What's up? I am Tionia. Did I say your name right? Tionia Burton. I don't think I've ever met a Tionia. I got a heart, so I must have said it right. What's up, Tally8620? Welcome. We are about to do a T3iP Bunch. That stands for the 1010 Talent Internship Program. So we have another intern that I am introducing to you all today. Your Instagram still not up yet?
It's downloading. So we gonna let Instagram do what it do over here. We're not gonna waste.
Let me know as soon as it's. Oh no, we're not getting started until Instagram's up.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how it goes.
Oh, man, that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. No, fault of my own here. Instagram wants to try to crash the party. But how's your day, Shamika?
It's going really good.
All right. Good.
Brian from Dallas, Texas. Hey there on Instagram. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes. Instagram is almost
what y'all can't
there,
hear on
up.
Instagram is what y'all can't hear is that we have some wonderful theme song music playing right now. You could hear it if you came over to youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles.
Yes.
And you could hear it. But
you can hear it.
But for now, Brandon gave me a praise the Lord. Well, let's praise the Lord, Brandon. Praise the Lord. Okay. Why not? In all things. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping by.
Okay, you see me in.
Come on now. I'm about to invite. Okay, come on.
Yes.
Woo. Quami's coming to the Instagram live.
Awesome.
You should be here shortly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. Okay.
My camera.
Let's do it.
Do you see? Yes.
Hey, we are here in the house. We are here in the house.
Okay, let me just do what I always have to do every time, which is get my earbuds to connect.
Okay.
And we are gonna be ready to rock and roll. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You all are now in my ears. What's up, Kevmo1? Kevmo1? Who's there? Exactly. Okay, you're right, Brandon. Okay. Y'all, thank y'all for joining us for what you doing?
Sorry about that. All right. You was in my other ear. I had like surround sound going on in the room here.
Yes. Welcome to T3iP Bunch. Quami. It's your time to shine.
Yes, thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so we are doing a simul broadcast. So we are on youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles, and then we are also on your channel, Quami. What is your channel?
It's Transmachine Presents on YouTube. Go over, subscribe. Shamika is our first guest on the channel, so we just want to say welcome. We're gonna just open up to you, and we're just so happy to have you with us on Transmachine Presents.
I need an air horn. I need that.
Let's do it.
That is so awesome. So tell us about your channel.
Well, Transmachine Presents is really a channel that will interview great people such as yourself, actress, community members, organizations. It's just going to be an array of information really to just for the masses. And so we're just going to have fun on our channel. We're going to have fun with great people like yourself.
Okay, awesome. All right. Thank you so much for having me on your channel. So Quami is a Cycle 1 intern, and his category is art direction and production design. How has the program been for you?
The program for me has been really, really good. It's been valuable. It's built my confidence in the skills that you let us do throughout the program. At first, I didn't know what to expect, but, I opened up, and I mean, it's just been amazing. It's been amazing meeting great interns that are just amazing in their craft as well.
Quami, where are you located?
Hollywood, Florida, down here in the Sunshine State.
Yo, Quami is all the way in Florida. Quami came to Cleveland for the brand shoot and was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was so great to have you there and so great to meet you in person, because before that I had never met Quami in person. So it was so good to be able to see you face to face in person and to collaborate. Awesome. Toyette said, "Let's get it, Quami."
Hey, Toyette. Man, amazing person as well.
Yeah, so Toyette and Quami know each other because they're always in the conscious conversations. Dear Edward chat. They're always there. And Quami is always there because Quami is one of my associate producers for Conscious Conversations. Quami gets me prepped and ready to go. So if you don't got T3iP interns, I don't know what kind of intern you got, but my interns keep me ready to rock and roll. So thank you for all that you do, Quami. This is the end of cycle 1. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I've learned a lot. I've received a lot. And so I'm just really grateful. So T3iP Bunch is all about the interns getting the chance to have a conversation with me that we share with everyone who's tuned in on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. So Quami, I will turn it over to you. What are we talking about today? Wait, can we stop? Quami brought his own sound cues. I'm telling you, these T3iP interns. Quami just took the T3iP Bunch up to a whole nother level, coming with his own sound cues. Okay, yes. So yeah, gave us some fire.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again. I just want to say thank you for you and Andre for having this wonderful program. It's been amazing. I have, some questions for you, and there's been some great questions already, right?
Okay.
And the first question that I do have for you is, what will you say to your younger self about being in the entertainment business? What will you tell your 15-year-old, or even your younger self? What would you say?
Wow, you just said 15. So I had to let me see, what was I doing at 15? So 15, I was in the 10th grade. And I was at the School for the Creative and Performing Arts. And that was actually my last year at that school. I did my last 2 years at Withrow High School. When I had been in the arts for a long time at that point, and I really wanted to have what I thought was like a regular teenage life where I could have a job like all my friends had, right? And so I asked my mom, could I change schools? And so I changed and I went to Withrow. And I graduated at Withrow Tiger. But both schools were still really close to my heart. But what would I say to that 15-year-old Shamika? Oh man, the places you are gonna go. Okay. So okay. This is so great. So I didn't realize I would share this story, but this is what had happened. So we had just spent the summer. Well, before that, let's go back. So I was in this performing arts group within SCPA, and that group was musical theater. Now, musical theater at the time was this special group, right, that you had to audition to get into. You already auditioned to get into the school, but to go to another level, right? Who was it? Chris Dunby asking if there's levels. Yeah, that's a good one. There are levels. So I auditioned and I got into this into music theater, and so it was a special group. And at the end of that year, we had to do some evaluations to make sure that we could continue on in the program or in that specific group. And I had gotten pulled aside at the time by the leader of the program. And what he said to me, I don't remember exactly. I just have the sentiment of what he said at the time, was that we were expecting more from you. And because I wasn't giving them what he had expected, they were going to ask me to leave the group. And so at 15 years old, right, I was like, I had a lot of things going on at home at that time in my life. And so to have that as another thing that was kind of happening at school, I was just like, well, I guess that's just going to be the way it goes. I'm going to find something else to do. Well, maybe a week or so later, there was buzz amongst all of the students in the program because I was going to be able to finish it out, right? Um, and the buzz was all he wants you to do. And I'm not saying the person's name because I don't want to say their name, the
Right.
head of the program, because he really is a wonderful person. I really appreciate the way he trained us as artists. But I'm just sharing something that happened when I was 15 that left an indelible mark on who I am as an artist today. And so what had come back was that if I would go back and ask, can I be put back into the program, that I would be able to stay. Well, at 15 years old, I also had a thing about me where I don't know if I would say it was stubborn, but what I wasn't going to do was going to beg to be back
Right.
in some program. What I knew I
Right.
was not there for was some mind games. Okay.
Right.
So, so I chucked the deuces and I was like, no, thank you. I will um, carry on and move on with my life. Now, so that also led to me also changing schools, because who wants to be at a school where you have to face everybody like, oh my gosh, you were once in this highly esteemed program and now you're no longer in this program, right? And so that was just a lot, I think, for a 15-year-old to kind of have to think about and comprehend. And I remember feeling just I felt like I had worked my butt off and I wasn't really sure what he meant by what they were expecting or whatnot. But what I would tell my young self at that time is that, of course, don't give up, right? And that you are absolutely brilliant. And it is not your fault that they don't understand your brilliance and that they don't know how to cultivate your brilliance. I believe that there was a cultural difference, right? That school, it was an art school, but I wouldn't say that it was. I don't remember it being like, it wasn't a predominantly white school. But I don't think, in terms of the faculty, though, in terms of the faculty, the ones that are in charge of, shaping and molding our minds and stuff, that was
Right.
predominantly not black. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so knowing how to see a little black girl and not help her to figure out how to express her gifts. So I would tell her, girl, you did right. Keep it moving, because you will
Right.
find the people that get you and will help you bring out that special gift that is inside of you. And I would say to her that I also would tell her, um, find Johnny Coleman. And you might be like, well, who is Johnny Coleman? Johnny Coleman is the founder of this foundation called the Universal Foundation for Better Living. And she is or was, she has transitioned, a spiritual teacher and trailblazer, right? And as an artist, and this is now moving forward in my career, right now that I'm an adult and I'm a professional entertainer, I would say find Johnny Coleman so that you can get your God concept in a place that's healthy, in a place that
Right.
works for you.
Right.
I feel like that our God concept influences how we perceive the highs and lows of life, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, um, depending on your God concept, happiness or good things only happen to you if you do something that's deserving, or something bad happens because you deserve something bad, depending on your God concept. But
Excuse me.
what I learned and what I am still learning from the legacy that Johnny Coleman left was that it's all good and it's always good, and I can expect good, so that when I'm having um, a situation where things are going really good, and then maybe I'm out of work, right? I don't look at that as a sense of, oh, well, things are bad, or I did something that's making me not get the opportunities. I look at it as now like, oh, um, no, there's something good here. I just have to find it, as opposed to wallowing in a dark place. And so let
Mm-hmm.
me plug in my laptop if my battery dies. So that's what I would tell my younger self, is that you're brilliant, keep going, you'll find your people. And also
Mm-hmm.
find Johnny Coleman. She's got something to tell you about yourself. And it's going to be to tell you that you are absolutely great and there's great things ahead of you. So, yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. That is great advice for a lot of young people right now that are 15. So thank you for that. And I hope that anybody watching would, take that information. The next question kind of leads into what you kind of said in that answer.
Mhm.
Um, has there been a time where you did say, you would tell her not to give up, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, during your time, has there been a time where you felt like, okay, I want to give up acting, I don't want to do this anymore, there's so many things that the industry is asking of me, that I'm just not willing to do, and I want out? Has there ever been a time where that's happened?
Oh, that's okay. So I thought this question was going in a different way. So I heard, has there been a
Well,
time when I wanted, no, 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 but this is interesting. Has there been a time when I wanted to kind of like give up? But then you said, but give up specifically because the industry is asking me to do something that I don't want to do?
so yes, I do apologize. I threw that in there a
That's
little
okay.
bit to to kind of give some texture to it. Yes. Have you ever felt like you wanted to give up? And when was a time that you felt like you wanted to give up acting?
Yeah, let me tell you. I have given up so many times. First of all, I've been in this industry for almost 24 years now. And if I said I gave up 24 times, that would be a lie, because I've given up several times in 1 year, several times in 1 month, several times in a week, depending on what's going on. I remember, excuse me, there was a period of time when I had just been so disappointed. My expectations weren't met, right? As actors, you have this thing where you feel like, if I get this particular role, the world and the industry is just going to open up to me. The doors are going to be opening. People are going to be calling me in. Here comes my own hit show. Okay. So
Mhm.
I think it might have been 2012 or 13 when I did this play. It was off Broadway. Well, it wasn't my first off Broadway show, because I'd already done some off Broadway shows with the Classical Theater of Harlem, really wonderful shows. But this was my first lead in an off Broadway
Okay.
show. The name of the show was Bullet for Adolph. And that show was co-written by Woody Harrelson and
Oh
Frankie
wow.
Frankie Hyman, right? Exactly. I'm like, what? I got
Oh
cast in
wow.
a lead for a Woody Harrelson play
Yeah.
off Broadway. Come on, get out of
Yeah.
here. Every
Yeah.
network's about to be calling me. Okay.
Right.
All right. So,
Right.
well, what had happened was that didn't happen. So the show, we had a nice run. It wasn't super long. But it was a nice run. It was a wonderful experience. And I thought we had some really great work, some really great laughs. I really developed my comedic chops. I really developed my romantic comedy chops. It was the first time I was being seen as a romantic lead, because before that, it was like The Wire. It was more, I think I had some Law and Orders by that time. So I was really also getting a chance to introduce myself in a new light in the industry. So I just thought, like, once they see this part of me,
Right.
they get me, right? And
Right.
so after that show, I might have had maybe one interview with a network, and then after that, it was like silence,
Mm.
silence.
Okay.
And I had this thing that I was still struggling with, right? So this is 2012, right? Um, how long? So 2012, I was in the industry, started 99. So I'm in the industry 13 years, right? By this time. And I'm still struggling with this this philosophy about the business, and I still was kind of applying this meritocracy view to the work, that if I work hard, if I take all the classes, I'll get to a place to where I'm finally good enough and I'm finally viewed as good, and people will give me opportunities, right?
Right.
And at that time, I had been taking classes. If I wasn't in a show or working on something on film, I was in class for almost 13 years straight. That was me. And I was like, okay, I've done all of this. I had this play off Broadway, and I'm still not getting the response that I want. I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, when I think about it right now, like, that was a real place for me. I was like, I can't do this. This is, I had already had so many ups and downs, right? You think you finally get this one moment that's finally going to make up for all the disappointments you had before, and it doesn't pan out that way.
So the energy that you put in, you know,
it's not rewarded. It wasn't rewarded in the way that I thought it was going to work out for me, right? And so I went into like a dark place, right? Bitter. I remember I used to walk past the rehearsal space. It was the Snapple rehearsal hall, where I would walk past New World Stages where we had the show. And if, instead of feeling, oh my gosh, I just had a wonderful experience, I just felt nothing but just disappointment. And so from that dark place, and I needed to find something to kind of lift me. And so that's when I started shooting pool again. That's when I said, okay, I said, Shamika, you need something, one, that you can do that takes your mind off of acting. And for me, shooting pool was that thing. I could shoot for hours. Time melts away. I don't think about nothing except those balls and me on that table. That's all I think about, right? And so I said, that's what I'm going to do. And people always said, okay, well, you need a hobby or you need something else to do. Because I was so just focused on acting, right? It was all about my career. So I was like, I need something else to do, because this career, if that's all I got, it's really not doing it for me. And so I started shooting in pool leagues. I started shooting at Amsterdam Billiards, Steinway Billiards. I started joining leagues and meeting people there. And then I got to this place where, in my mind, and I was telling people this, like people who would ask me, you know, like, what's going on for you, right? I would be like, well, me and acting, we separated, right? We separated. We're not divorced, right? But y'all don't know that we sleeping in different rooms right now, okay? So the rest of the world, I ain't gonna tell y'all that I quit, okay? I will still show up if I get auditions from my team. But on the inside, I'm like, acting, I ain't messing with you no more. I'm about to be a professional pool player, and acting, catch me later if something comes up. But that's where I was. I needed a way to kind of like to separate and heal my heart, right? And then, you know, things happened, and my philosophy about acting and the craft changed, and I was able to mend my relationship between myself and the industry, myself and being an actor and a storyteller, to where I was able to put it in the proper perspective. So no
what was that moment for you?
Okay. It's not just a moment though.
Or and what happened?
Think that, okay. So what happened? Well, that's another long story. So pool was great. That was all. No. This is, I can give you the cliff notes though. So pool was great. I was playing pool. I was happy. I had auditions here and there. I might even had a couple bookings here and there, but maybe not that many. And then I had a family tragedy. Okay. That rocked me again. Right. So it's like, so I'm getting rocked. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And so then I hit burnout. And I don't know if you've ever had burnout or if there are people on here who have experienced burnout. And I think burnout is different for everyone because it affects like your nervous system. It affects your adrenal glands and things like that. It affects the chemicals in your brain. But I had no ambition. I didn't want anything at that time because I was so burnt out. And so I had to go to therapy. I had to go get help and to rebuild myself. Right. And it ended up leading to me taking a year off. I took a year off from the business to get myself together. And some people might be like, well, wow, you know, how can you take a year off? Because the business will be here, but will you?
Right.
If you need to take time off to get yourself together, you need to do that because you can't do it if you're not well. And so therapy and a lot of just healing work. And I slowly began to reprioritize and really redefine what it meant to me to be an actor, to be a storyteller, to practice this craft. And then also around that time, Johnny Coleman got introduced, right? And so now I've got this new concept of who I am as a spiritual being, this new concept of what's possible for me. And now I can look at things and be like, oh, okay. So my acting is not just, you know, about let me get all of this accolade after accolade, show after show. It's deeper than that. It's about the stories I get to tell. It's about the impact that I make. It's about the lives that are changed as a result of the art that that I curate, the conversations that I have. Acting became deeper for me. It had a deeper meaning, right? It was no longer just on this surface about I just want to be a star, right? No, I want to be is a light. I don't need to be a star. I want to be a light. I want to hold the space for light. And so then when that shift started to happen, I started booking back to back to back, back to back to back. I also, at that time, as I was trying to, when I was coming back into the industry, I also did kind of like a year of yes, where if somebody offered me something, I would just take it. I would take it because what I was doing at that time, I was trusting that God was sending to me what I needed on my healing journey. And that journey has continued. And that's how I now, when I do any character, I know that they're sent to me for a reason. I know that even if I do an audition that I don't book, I know that that engagement with that creative material was for the reason in that present moment, to bring me joy, to experience my actor, to tell the story, to act. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, that's my long answer to that question. But yes, I gave up a lot, and then I gave up really big, and then thank God I held on, and I'm still here, and I'm able to share.
Well, I know that the world is a better place because you are holding that space for interns such as myself and other people. It's been a pleasure watching you and Rev Cherie on your YouTube show, Conscious Conversations, and I've been just so overwhelmed with just the pleasure of being a producer on that show. So again, you are a light, and I am just I'm ecstatic that I even I get to be in community with you. So again, thank you so much for the intern program. It's been a pleasure. I don't know how much time we have. We're 4 minutes over, but
That's okay.
Do I have time for one more question?
Absolutely, absolutely. Kwame, you
Okay.
are such a, let me
All
just tell y'all
right.
really quick. I pointed at Kwame because he said he's been producing, and we had a conversation today where I was helping him to understand the value that he adds to the program and helping him to understand what he's learning. And I today was like, oh, he didn't realize that he was being an associate producer. So
Right.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you learn stuff every day. Be open to learn every day. And this program has definitely allowed me to actually just be my authentic self, which I'm grateful for. One last question.
Yeah, okay.
This question is just a question to throw out there. At what age did you know that you were funny? Because I think like you say some really really funny things at the shoot. Through our collabs. Do you consider yourself as funny? you know, that's the last
Um,
question.
yeah, no, that's awesome. Do I consider myself? Heck yeah, I'm hilarious. No,
Yeah.
but no,
Yeah.
let me tell you first, my mama told me I'm funny. Okay, and my mom always tells me I'm funny. She's like, you should have been a comedian. I'm like, Mom, I'm a comedic
Yeah.
actor. Okay, but I don't know if there was an age when I thought I was funny. All I know is that I love to laugh. I love to laugh. I love the opportunity to just like not take things like, okay, there are some things that I take very seriously, right? But I love to like not take a lot of things too seriously, right? I mean, yeah, if there's an opportunity to laugh, I rather laugh than anything. Like I know I do a lot of dramas and stuff, but let me tell you, y'all are missing out on my comedic timing. Let me tell you, my sense of humor, I can't wait to share that more in my work. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know. When I thought I was funny, I think I don't know. I never really thought of that. I'll tell you. Oh, here's a story. Okay, this is like a woo 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 story, Shamika. Woo woo. But since we're, you know what, I have the interns give me their questions, right? Because let me tell y'all, when y'all see people doing these interviews on these TV shows, they get the questions in advance, right? Because you want to screen the questions, right? And so guess what? I want to see these questions. And it's not that I am planning my answers, right? But if there's something I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk about that. I want to make sure I mention it. But when you ask the question about what would I tell my younger self, I saw that question, but when you asked it, you said 15. So I had to really be present. Like that was some new information, right? That was something that I hadn't really, I did not plan to share that. Okay. But I did, right? And so what I'm about to answer about being funny, it is along these lines, right? And this is not okay. I told you I like to laugh, but this is the sad Shamika show. It's not the sad show. Laugh, y'all better laugh, okay? Yo, y'all gonna
We
laugh.
laughing.
Okay, here you go. Watch this. Okay, so thank you. My laugh track. I need to walk around with a laugh track.
Yes. Just
Okay.
walk on pent to the side.
Yeah. But also, my line name, y'all know, okay, some of y'all know I'm a Delta. My line name is Hee Haw. I laugh. I'm a laugher. Okay. So just know this, right? But anyway, so I wanted to work on having my funny show up more in my acting work, right? There's one thing to be funny, but how do you have the comedic timing for these scripts, for the way that scripts are written, right? It demands a certain tone and rhythm and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, let me take some classes, right? Because in my day-to-day life with my peoples, I'm hilarious. But when I was getting into auditions, it was like I wasn't finding out how to let that side of me show, right? So I did what most actors who love the craft do. They say, well, let me take a class with someone who's offering a comedy class. and I don't remember the casting director's name, and it's good that I don't remember your name. It's good. So I took this class, and what I was hoping was, and it was over a few days, right? So the teacher had a while to get to know me. The class got a chance to get to know me. And they said, at the end of this class, we're going to tell you where your comedy fits in. I was like, yes, let me know, where does my comedy fit in? Tell me where you see me so I can know that's the lane that I should go in, right? But here's the thing, right? When you are asking for people who are not of your culture to help you see you, what happens and help you see, you're asking them to see you and help you to understand yourself and define yourself. You got to be real careful there, right? Because what happened was heartbreaking. Y'all, it's heartbreaking. And I'm laughing, but inside I'm crying. Like, this is a dark comedy. What's the genre? This is a dark, dark comedy. Okay. So it's my turn. I'm in the class. Like, she done gave all these other students like, oh yeah, you'd be great on Seinfeld. Oh yeah, you have the comedic timing of like Adam Sandler. Oh yeah, I can see you on SNL. Right. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to find out, who am I like? You know what this heifer told me? She says, yes, you are like Viola Davis. When the last time anybody seen, and I know Viola is hilarious. I know she's hilarious. Yeah. But when has anyone seen Viola do a comedy? If somebody knows, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, okay? And this was about, this wasn't a recent class, of course, right? This must have been about, maybe, this is about 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, right?
Wow.
This might have been before I quit acting. And this, no, I'm telling you, it was like all this stuff was happening. My heart broke. We go to these classes and we're hoping that the teachers can see us and help us identify ourselves. But because she was not of my culture, she was of a different persuasion, she saw me as that one image that she knew of Black women.
Right.
She had nothing else to tell me about my comedic timing. And I know I was hilarious in that class, because a lot of other people gave me some comments like, oh yeah, you're like the girl that everybody wants to hang out with. You're fun, you're quirky. Yes, that's me. And then you say, yes, your comedic sensibility is like Viola Davis. Yeah. So you can't see me.
That says a lot.
Right. So, and I don't know why that has been, well, not that I don't know why, but being able to be seen is important to me. So I offer that to others, because as you saw, when I was 15, I wasn't seen. Right. So I've had other, wait, she said she had Viola confused with Whoopi, and that's even worse. Right. So that is even worse.
Right.
My ancestors are rolling over in my DNA right now. Right. But that's my, and so maybe those things are part of my story, so that I can hold this space for others and add to the conversation about how important it is to be seen. Right. And how important it is for Black artists to work by other Black artists, other Black playwrights. Right. I remember, and this conversation is going on way long. But like, when I think about early in my training, a lot of times the pieces and the plays that we were working on, they weren't by Black authors. They're me trying to fit all my Black magical girl self into another culture and wondering why am I struggling to connect to this character?
Right.
So I think it's really important that as Black artists, as artists of color, to make sure when you're training that you go find you some teachers that don't have to work to see you. Find people that can see you. And that's why I love Mariska Phillips, my acting coach. Now, don't get me wrong. My main acting teacher was Mary Boyer, a white woman. However, she could see me. Right.
Yeah,
So
she did her
that's not
homework.
for everyone. Right. Exactly. But she had a special, that's part of her gift. Right. So I'm not saying that is all other non-Black teachers.
Right.
But what you run into, and you hear people tell you this stuff all the time when Viola talks about Juilliard, about how she was trying to fit her Rhode Island self into those characters, and they wanted her to change how she spoke and how she showed up,
Yeah.
These people that are responsible for shaping young Black artists or artists of color, and they are not able to see us. So how can you really help us to develop and be all the greatness that we have been put on this earth to be? Right. So these are things that I'm passionate about, right? Y'all, okay, but I'm funny, okay, and but my acting chops, okay. I see she might have saw a little Viola. She probably just saw through and saw that in my serious side, but that ain't what I showed you in class though. But she saw within. I don't know. I'm trying to give her some credit, but God bless her.
The benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, give her something. Yeah, let me tell you, I love giving people the benefit of the doubt. I absolutely do. We need more of that, but we also need to honor that our feelings are valid and our experiences are valid, and that is that.
Right.
Well,
And that's the reason why, anyone out there want to get into the program, tell them more about how they can, get into the program, Shamika, and or the internship. It's been just a cool ride, definitely.
Well, thank you for that question. So if you are interested in being a part of cycle 2 of the T3iP program, you could send your resume to info@1010talentacs.com, and that's 1010 spelled out. So TEN talentacs.com, info@1010talentacs.com. And we have about 6 categories, right? So we have business communications and public relations. If you are someone who is a really great communicator, messaging and writing is your forte, you want to be a publicist, is that you? Send your resume. I've got work for you. If you are looking to be a producer or to have your own production company, maybe the art direction and production design category is for you. Maybe you're a creative director. You want to do more of that. You want to be in the art direction production design category. Maybe you want to make films. You want to make short films. You want to just tell stories digitally. Then you might want to be in the short film and digital media category. Or maybe your expertise is branding and marketing and understanding social media analytics and stuff like that, and partnerships. Then you want to be in that category. And then the last couple categories, screenwriting. Of course, we have one for acting. And then the other one is teaching and educational arts. If you like to make curriculums, if you want to be on the team to do that, if that's your gift, send us your resume and we will create a program that gives you an experience that you can put on your resume and say, you know what, I was able to work in these fields and exercise these gifts and grow this gift in me. And here are the projects that I worked on. Also, it's a great program because you get to work with me. You get to create stuff that you want me to be in. And I'm like, okay, if this is what you want me to do, I'm going to do it. Right. So it's a really fun place for if you're an artist and you just want to make art. This is what we do here.
Yes. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us for another episode of T3iP Bunch. So this is Quami. Quami, tell them where they can find you and follow you on social media and stuff real quick.
Okay. Well, you can follow me at Cue to Sound Vocalist on Instagram. And also, Trans Machine Presents on Instagram. You can follow the YouTube channel. Definitely, we're going to have some great content coming soon. So, again, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel today.
All right. And so we'll be back with our last T3iP bunch for cycle 1. It is going to be on Saturday at 8 o'clock. Saturday, 8 o'clock. Saturday is the absolute last day of cycle 1. And I am so glad that it is going to be Nezare Dixon. She attends my alma mater, Central State University. She is graduating this year. And so she spent time here in this internship program. So we will be hearing from Nezare on Saturday. We wish you, I mean, it's probably already happening right now. She's having a play that she wrote. It is being performed right now in Robeson at Central State University. So I know the cast is doing phenomenal. But yeah, come back on Saturday for the last T3iP bunch cycle 1. All right, Instagram, that's a bye for you. And then Facebook and YouTube, it's a bye for you. See you next time.
See you next time.